All right. Good morning, evening, and afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned in to another episode of Pay the Fee with your boy, Marquis Phenex. And today, I want to talk to you guys about developing an authentic confidence. Now, this is something that I personally am still learning. I have trouble with some days, I excel other days. But one thing I do know is developing an authentic confidence will not only get you in the door, but will earn you a seat, a long lasting seat in rooms that you have earned your way in, that you deserve to be in, and that are honored to have you in. Okay? Now, again, confidence, let's break it down. What does confidence mean? Dictionary definition. Confidence, the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. That's one. The state of feeling certain about the truth of something. That's two. Three, a feeling of self assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. And for the sake of the video, we're going to stick with definition number three, right? Because confidence can and will guarantee you a higher chance of success in any endeavor, any realm, anything, anyone that you come into contact with, whether it be jobs, school, friends, girls, any skill you're trying to develop, and most importantly, the person you see in the mirror, right? Now, I know this from experience of not having a good confidence, not having a sense of confidence. I used to do drugs. I used to self harm. I used to jerk off all the fucking time. I used to chase validation from women. I used to be the exact person that I'm making this video about. Okay. And my hopes is that if you can relate to any of these things, if you can relate to any facet about yourself that you don't like, that you disagree with, that you don't want to be anymore, that you can change into being a better person. And you can pay the fee and pay your dues into becoming the man that you want to be. Now, granted, this can apply for ladies too, but I'm generally speaking to the young men out there who were and are lost in the world because I was once that boy, right? All right, now let's get into it. First, and arguably most importantly, the best and biggest key to developing an authentic confidence would be building your health, physique, and your appearance, right? Now, excuse me. First off, your health. Health is wealth. Health is the most important thing that you will ever have in life. Your health will determine not only how long you live, but the quality of life you have. If you have $1,000,000 today, but I told you you're going to die tomorrow due to natural causes, cancer, you die in your sleep, would you take that $1,000,000? Would you take $1,000,000,000 if you were going to die tomorrow? No. Okay? Which makes your health most important. Now, if I could make a recommendation, go get your blood work done. Get your blood work done, figure out exactly what's wrong with you. And you can start from there. Taking care of your health, top priority. You must make that a priority. There's no negotiations, no ifs, ands, or buts. I personally, I don't have health insurance. Well, a lot of people out here don't have health insurance, and health insurance is expensive as fuck. So you want to eliminate and minimize the time that you're going to be in the doctor's office or the dentist or the fucking ear doctor or the skin doctor or whoever the fuck you're trying to go to, right? And how do you do that? By taking care of yourself. Eat right, drink water, get sunlight, get good sleep. Don't do fucking drugs, okay? Building your physique. Go to the fucking gym, exercise, do something, right? Get your body moving. Humans are kinetic creatures. We are meant to move. We are not meant to sit on our phones or on the fucking computer all day, right? We are meant to move. It will better your mental health. It will rid you of your anxieties. It will you'll get stronger, bro. There's absolutely no negative ROI with building your physique, specifically going to the gym, whether that be a weightlifting gym and lifting weights, whether that be a fight gym and learning how to fight and box and or whatever, fucking jujitsu or wrestling or whatever your proclivities are. You know what I'm saying? Get in the fucking gym. And next, your appearance. Now, I'm not talking about looks maxing like fucking what's his face, clavicular. Okay, I'm not talking about like that nigga does meth. He openly admits he does meth on a regular basis to help stay leaner and not eat. Right? Don't do that. Don't do that. That nigga's leading you in the wrong direction. I promise you, meth is a no bueno. Okay. What I mean by taking care of your appearance, things such as showering on a regular basis. I have seen and been in close quarters with motherfuckers that stink, bro. That just actually fucking smell like shit. You can smell the body odor from a mile of fucking way, right? No one wants that. No one likes that. And if no one tells you to your face, I promise you they're talking about you behind your back. And it's no good for everyone involved. And it can easily be taken care of by taking a shower. If you are homeless and can't afford a shower, get a fucking gym membership, go shower at the gym. And then you can knock two birds out with one stone. You can go work on your physique and you can get a shower afterwards. All right? And that also means the little things such as taking care of your nails, brushing your teeth and having a good dental routine, getting your getting your grooming on point, getting your haircut, your face. Well, you want to rock a beard, rock a beard. You want to rock facial hair, rock facial hair. But whatever you do, take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Trim your fingernails. This fingernails specifically is something that I struggle with, and I've struggled with my whole life. Right? I go through periods to where I stop biting them, and I have the white tips and nice cuticles on my fingernails, and that's when I feel pretty good about myself because I'm applying enough discipline to not bite my nails. Okay. And that's super important, right? So anything from showering, not a skincare routine, but a skincare routine. Put some lotion on. You don't want to be fucking ashy Larry out this bitch. You know what I mean? No one wants that. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see you fucking draw chalk lines all over the place when you bump into them. No one wants to get their fucking drywall powder on their fucking shirt after you bump into them with your ashy ass elbows. All right? Take care of yourself. Don't have fucking chapped lips running around here looking like the fucking Grinch and shit. You know what I mean? Brush your teeth, floss, mouthwash, do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next, don't do drugs and alcohol. Again, I say this on all my fucking videos, the few that I have, right? I say this on all these videos because I promise you, I've been there, I've done that. I've spent a vast majority of my life, well over a decade, consumed by chasing the dragon and doing everything I can to get high, to get drunk, and to escape my reality, right? Now, that had no positive ROI, and that had no fucking benefit in the long haul, right? In the grand scheme of things, it did not help me at all. It's fun at first, right? You're gonna party, you're gonna wanna go out with your boys, you're gonna wanna fucking keg stand and fucking do all that shit and have fun and wild out and do all that and, you know what I'm saying, go fuck some bitches and get drunk with the bitches and all that shit, right? I promise you, it is only fun in the beginning, and the moment it stops being fun, it becomes your own personal self-afflicted hell. I promise you, it's not worth it, right? Now, me personally, I've had multiple bouts in my life to where I've been sober. And I've had a vast majority of my life where I was not sober, to where I partook in smoking weed, drinking alcohol, and doing all various drugs you could think of under the sun. And I promise you, I take being sober and clean every single time. Okay? My mental health is better. My emotional health is better. My physical health is better. My financial health is better. My spiritual health is better. Every fucking facet of life is better because I'm not doing drugs and drinking alcohol a shit ton. And you don't put yourself in dumbass situations. You're not going to get a DUI. You're not going to get arrested. You're not going to fuck somebody's bitch and have them trying to find you and beat you up. You're not going to steal from people. You're not going to be a bad person. There's absolutely nothing that can compare to not doing drugs and alcohol. Now, I'm not a drug addict. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm cool. I can control it. I'll figure it out. Or it don't matter to me none because I'm not a drug. Bullshit. Cope. Get off the drugs, get off the alcohol. Your confidence will improve because you will now be living with integrity. You will now be living with a sense of, I don't need that. A lot of people out here think they need the weed, think they need the alcohol, and they wind up digging a fucking hole for themselves that they can't get out of. Okay? So, step 2, get off the fucking drugs and alcohol. Step 3, a big one, a huge big one, a lot of guys struggle with, like 80%. I don't know the actual statistic, but quit porn and the jorking and fapping and chasing meaningless sex, okay? Porn rewires your brain and has the same, if not more dangerous effects than hard drugs themselves, okay? If you could look at yourself from a third-person perspective and see yourself, you look like a fucking loser, bro. You look like a fucking loser. You're turning yourself into a fucking loser, okay? The chances of you being able to hold eye contact and talk to a real-life woman, whether you get rejected or not, are going into the shitter because you're looking up fucking bitches on the screen and beating your dick to them. Now, in any way, shape, and form that you spin it, you're cucking yourself, bro. You're cucking yourself. Now, for those who, I get bitches, bro. I get bitches. I ain't jerking off. I ain't jorking. I ain't fapping. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real nigga. I get bitches. That too. You want to know why? You want to know how I know? Because I've been there. I've been there. I didn't need a bunch of money. In fact, I was homeless. Not homeless, but I was sleeping on my homeboy's couch, right? And he's like, yeah, you could bring girls over, right? And fucking like clockwork, have a Tinder, boom, swipe, boom, hey, what's up? Come to the crib, boom, fuck her on the couch, kick her out, right? From the fat bitches to the bad bitches to the white bitches to the black bitches to the short bitches to the tall bitches, the small bitches, all bitches. You know what I'm saying? I had them all. Don't matter. And I was broke. I was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was out here thugging, really retarded. You heard me? Whatever Kevin Gates said. You know what I mean? I was doing my thing. But after a short while, I realized how soulless that made me. I realized how depressed I really was because I was trying to fill a void by filling voids. You know what I'm saying? And by the end of it all, I looked in the mirror and I did not like myself. I did not like myself at all. In fact, no matter what way you spin it, chasing that nut, you're depleting yourself in every way, shape, and form. Now, I'm not saying become a monk and go on a semen retention for the rest of your life, okay? But find a different purpose more so than just busting that nut, than just chasing the sex, than just fucking shooting a load at the screen. Because if you're not depleting your soul by fucking a bunch of random holes, you're turning yourself into a cucked up fucking loser. And the chances of you finding a real woman that you actually love and that actually loves you are exponentially slim, okay? I could make a video about all of these topics by themselves and dive deep into it, but I'm going to try and keep it pushing, okay? Number 4, self-love is the big one, possibly the biggest one out of this whole shit, because if you don't have self-love, you're not going to be able to do any of this, right? Now, whatever you believe in, I don't give a fuck. God made you the way you are, and you will always be that way within reason. You can change, you can grow, you can modify and manipulate to a certain degree without having it be artificial. What I mean by that is you can go to the gym, you can eat right, you can lift weights, you can get stronger, but you end up taking steroids and it's fake, and you end up doing more harm than good, Okay, you can go and get the lip fillers, and you can go and put on the makeup, and you can go and get the eyelashes and do all that. But once you start getting a bunch of plastic surgery, it's fake and you're doing more harm than good. Okay, there's a fine line between building yourself and manipulating the gifts that God gave you. Okay, don't do that. Figure that line out and don't fucking do it. Take care of yourself, talk good to yourself, right? Which leads into number 5, positive self-talk. Positive self-talk is crucial. I've spent my entire life beating myself up and bludgeoning myself with the most harmful words, to the point that I self-harmed, to the point that I cut and burned myself because I hated who I was, okay? I hope if I can help anybody not feel that, I'm I'm doing something right, okay? Because I promise you that when I was at that point in my life, when I was cutting myself, when I was doing drugs, burning myself with cigarettes and fucking other flammable objects, like, I did not like myself at all, and I blamed the world, okay? Get rid of that victim mentality, accept you are who you are, and talk to yourself nicely, because there's always going to be someone bigger, someone taller, someone stronger, someone more successful, with more money, more bitches, more whatever the fuck that you're comparing yourself to. Comparison is the thief of joy, okay? Focus on you. Find the qualities that you like and that you appreciate and that you are fond of, and talk nice about yourself. No one is perfect, okay? I look like a fucking Greek god some days, and some days I look like a fucking ant. And on those days that I look and feel like an ant, I tell myself that I worked hard for this. I worked hard for my physique. I'm not gonna take my shirt off right now, but I promise you, I look good. I got a 6-pack, I got little muscles, you know what I mean? But I worked hard for that, okay? So I make sure that I talk to myself with love, positive self-talk, okay? No matter what, it can always get better. And if we want to get down to a metaphysical aspect of it, positive self-talk will transfer into your reality in due time, okay? But you have to keep talking to yourself in a positive way, okay? If you're out here living in a negative fucking mind frame, you're only going to attract the negatives. Like attracts like, okay? Water rises to its own level. I've said this before. So if you're in your head looking at all the negative shit, you're going to find more negative shit. If you're talking to yourself in a positive manner and you can see the positives within yourself, you're going to see positives in the outside world. All right? So positive self-talk. Boom. Number 6, own your emotions and express them. A big hot take that I see on the internet in real life and that I've seen throughout fucking a tale as old as time, right? Men hide their emotions. Men aren't meant to express their emotions, right? I disagree. I disagree. Now, this doesn't mean go, oh, I feel this, I feel that, fucking all the time, right? A good example that I could think of is whenever somebody is doing or has something that I could potentially be jealous of, right? And I'll go with jealousy, because jealousy and envy is like the biggest fucking bitch made ass trait, right? There's a difference between being jealous, holding it in, and letting that fester and letting that marinate and letting that build and grow stronger into an ill-intended jealousy, right? Than someone saying, oh, damn, bro, I'm fucking jealous of you. Look, how do I get that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? If motherfucker's bigger than me in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Damn, bro, I'm trying to get like you, dog. Boom, 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 right? I can accept that I don't have what that other person has and that I would like to be there, right? And then when I am able to accept that and own it and then express it, not only does that give me, that's true confidence. That not only does that give me a true sense of confidence, right? Because I'm aware of what I got going on, right? I can ask for help from another person. I can ask for help, right? That's how do you get better at anything, right? Somebody's got to show you in some way, shape, or form, or you got to learn by yourself, right? But a good way to do that is that by owning your emotions, by expressing that I feel this way and I would like that to change by this, boom, 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 boom. No matter what way you spin it, anytime I hear, no, you're not supposed to fucking boom, boom. Men are meant to hide their emotions and bottle them up and don't say anything and just stuff it down, right? Yes, to a degree, to a very small degree. But at the end of the day, men are humans too. We have emotions as well, and we are meant to express them. Now, you can channel that and find another way to express them and not, you don't have to cry like a little bitch, right? But learn to express your emotions in a calm, honest way, and you'll see positive results. I promise you. And if you don't see positive results, whatever's not giving you those positive results, they're not meant to be in your life anyway. All right? Now, whether it's a girl that makes you feel some type of way, whether it's somebody making you feel some type of way, you don't have, I'm not saying, well, you made me feel like, don't be a fucking pussy, okay? But stand tall, stand firm. Hey, I didn't like that. I'd appreciate you if you didn't say, I appreciate, boom, boom, right? There's different ways to go about it. But at the end of the day, own your emotions and express them. Hiding your emotions as a man, I promise you, will implode on itself and you'll end up crashing out. And no one wants that. Number 7, eye contact. Keep your head up, have good posture. Those 3 things, I'll put them all in one because they all kind of go hand in hand, right? Learning to gain, keep, and maintain eye contact lets people know not only are you confident within yourself, but you're a genuine person, right? I've been able to look motherfuckers in the eyes and I've been able to see that they're slime balls just by looking at them, okay? Being able to hold eye contact, whether that be somebody above you, equal to you, or below you, lets you know that you see them, okay? You're here. Whenever I feel like that, when I'm here with somebody and I can look them in the eyes, there's a sense of security, even if it's on like a platonic, not even platonic, but like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a minuscule level, right? If you're going up to a girl at whatever the fuck situation, but you see a baddie, ooh, she's cute, I want to get her number, right? And you walk up to her, hello, hi, right? And chances of, unless she's already feeling you like that, the chances of you pulling her slim to none, right? But you speak up, hold eye contact, look her in the eyes, say what you mean to say, have a nice handshake. Now, don't fucking squeeze her hand and shit, you know what I mean? But like, present yourself well. Hold eye contact. Keep your head up. Maintain posture. Especially in today's world where we're all fucking slumped over our phones and shit. Looking like fucking warthogs. Nah, bro. No one wants that. I promise you. I'll do one better. Next time you're out in public, take a look around. Put your phone down for a second. Take a look around. I promise you, you will see 90+% of the people in that motherfucker are hunched over, posture looking like shit, wondering why they got back problems, looking down at their phone, and unable to maintain a conversation longer than 5 minutes. The TikTok brain rot that we got is fucking fucked. You know what I mean? Like, you can stand out easily by those 3 things. Walking up to somebody, making eye contact, having a firm handshake, keeping your head up, and what else? Fucking having good posture. There you go. Right? Number 8. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Okay? Now, this one's kind of iffy. I didn't really want to write this one down, right? But it's true. The reason I say it's a little bit iffy is because your opinions will change. Your mind frame will change. If your mind frame and your opinion doesn't change, then you're not growing, right? With that being said, at the moment, don't say what you don't mean and don't mean what you don't say. Like there's no other way to put it. Mean what you say and say what you mean, right? Everything that I'm saying right now in this video, I mean it. Everything that I say when I'm speaking to my girl, when I'm speaking to my mom, when I'm speaking to my boss, when I'm speaking to my friends, I mean it. Okay? Now, that may change. It may change. I may later find out that, hey, I was wrong, you know? But I promise you, I've learned this the hard way. I've said a lot of shit that I don't mean. And I've hurt a lot of people's feelings, and I wind up damaging situations and burning bridges and creating tension unnecessarily because I said shit that I don't mean. Okay? Don't tell people you hate them. Don't fucking wish death upon people. Don't fucking, you know what I mean? Apologize sometimes. You're not always right. You know what I mean? So a little bit vague on that one, but say what you mean what you say. And I promise you, people will start to take you a little bit more seriously. You'll start to take yourself a little bit more seriously, and you'll be able to stand 10 toes on some shit because you know what you're saying you mean. Number 9. Breathe. Breathe deep. Speak slow. If you hear background noises, that's my son and my girl. Don't mind them. We're here developing. We're paying the fees to be good men, right? Breathe deep. Help ease your anxieties. Speak slow. When somebody talks like this and they're talking really fast and they're not breathing and they're just like, oh, well, one time I was going over here and then no wonder you have anxiety, okay? People will listen to you more if you speak slower, speak less. Kind of ties into the last one that I was saying, all right? Breathe deep. Take a deep breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. No one wants to deal with a mouth breather. No one wants to smell your halitosis when you're trying to talk to them and you're, yeah, well, and the one time, you look childish. You sound childish, okay? Breathe deep. Talk slow. Pretty simple on that one. 10. We're almost done. We're almost out of here. But I promise you, you apply these to your life, they're going to fucking help, okay? Detachment. Hope for nothing, work for everything. You know how they say hope for the worst, plan for the best, right? No. Fuck all that. Hope for nothing, work for everything, and detach from the results. Good example. I started a new job recently, a couple months ago. I've been in the industry for all of my working career, okay? Hospitality, restaurant, service industry, whatever you want to call it. And I had an opportunity to be potentially interviewed for a management position at a hotel in Calabasas that I work at. Now, if you were to tell 16-year-old me who started washing dishes that I'd be at a hotel in Calabasas, a 4-star hotel in Calabasas, and have the opportunity to be a manager, I'd be, bro, crazy, right? Would never have expected that, okay? It's not where I want to be, but it's better than what I thought I would be, right? Anyway, back to the topic. I had a chance to be interviewed, essentially. Now, part of me, a big part of me, hoped that I got this job, that I got this promotion, essentially. And I promise you, I've earned it in every single way. I have earned the opportunity, and if I would have gotten that position, I would have earned it. It would not have been given to me. I work hard, and I bust my ass, and I'm an honest person, and I speak with conviction, and I do my best to help the people that come into that establishment, okay? So if I would have gotten the job and the promotion, it would have made sense. That's fair. right? However, I got the interview and I was told that there are other people interviewing, and on top of that, the position may not even be filled at all, let alone with me. My competitors who also were interviewing for that position had way more experience than me on paper. However, the individual interviewing me understood the type of person I was and the work ethic I had. Work ethic, that's another one. Anyway, I got the interview and I sat down and I gave my best attempt at an interviewee. Okay. When I left the interview, I had some anxiety, some second thoughts about, damn, did I do good? Damn, I hope I get it. Damn, blah, 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 this and that. But something in me clicked. Boom. Don't worry about it. Okay? If you get the job, great. If you don't get the job, great. Nothing changes with me due to the results. I detached myself from the results of anything. And this can apply for anything, right? However, I worked for it. Everything I have in my life now, I've worked for. And whatever I don't have, I don't care, okay? Because I know who I am as a man, as an individual. Some days this alters. Some days I'm more secure than others. But that's the point of this fucking video, okay? It's to develop that confidence. At the end of the day, I walked in, I gave my best attempt, and I had every reason for it to be given to me. Or every reason that I would have earned it, I should say. And I didn't. And that's okay. I still go in and I still give my best 100% every day. And I'm going to until the end of time. All right? So work, hope for nothing, work for everything. No matter what you want, you can get it. It may not be on your timing, but you can get it. In the meantime, detach from the results. Detach, detach, detach. Keep your head down, keep it pushing, right? 11. Get money legally and righteously. That's a huge confidence builder, because when you are out on the streets and you're selling drugs and you're scamming and you're fraud or whatever the fuck you're doing to get to the bag, I promise you it's going to catch up to you. I promise you, you can ask anybody who deals drugs. You can ask anybody who's in the streets like that, being a real nigga on the block, doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? They got to look over their shoulder at all times. They have a constant paranoia, an unnecessary, constant, unrelenting paranoia that consumes them, right? Yes, getting a job and building a business and being an entrepreneur or whatever the fuck ways of you getting your bread is going to be harder than the easy route. That's why it's called the easy route. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, most of the motherfuckers getting the easy money, the fast money, they end up in jail. They end up in prison. I don't know about y'all. I don't care to be the realest nigga in prison. I don't want to go to prison. Never did. I went to jail a couple times when I was a teenager, and I realized quick that I was not built for that. I don't want to be built for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, those niggas are animals. Not in a good way. Not, yeah, I'm an animal. No, bro. You're literally a caged animal. What kind of quality of life are you living like that? Right? We all need money, especially men. We all need money. We all want a lot of it. Find a way to get it legally, righteously, by helping, by providing a service or a product. Don't sell drugs and do all the extra shit. Don't be in the streets like that. I promise you, it's not worth it. Everybody I know personally in my real life that made a life out of the streets, they're either dead or in jail. I may know one who like made it out, and he's got a 9-to-5 and a family now. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll even tell you it's not worth it. Don't do this, right? So get money legally, righteously. It'll be better for you in the long run, I promise. Journaling, gratitude, affirmations. Journaling your gratitude and affirmations. This may seem fucking corny. It may seem gay. It may seem Unnecessary, but this helps, right? Journaling as a whole, just writing down your thoughts. You don't have to write poems. You don't have to write a novel, but just getting your thoughts down gives you an opportunity to be able to express yourself and think through and digest and dissect your thoughts and to be able to express yourself unadulterated, unfiltered, and just true to you. Okay? There's been multiple times where I was going through something or I was unsure of some shit and I had a problem in life or whatever the case may be. And I write it out. And it'll be all neat and tidy at first, do. And then by the end of it, I'm scribbling and it looks manic, right? But at the end of the day, I was able to express myself the way I want to without screaming at a wall or punching something or making somebody cry, okay? Journal. I'm telling you, journal, it helps. Gratitude and affirmations. You're alive. You're breathing. There's a meme. There's fucking hella Instagram videos about this. The guy in the Ferraris looking at the guy in the jet plane. Damn, I wish I had the jet plane. The guy in the Mercedes is looking at the guy in the Ferrari. Damn, I wish I had a Ferrari. The guy in the Honda is looking at the guy in the Mercedes. Like, damn, I wish I had the Mercedes. The guy on the bike is looking at the guy in the Honda. Damn, I wish I had the Honda. The guy on the bus is looking at the guy in the Honda. Damn, I wish I had a Honda. The guy on the bike is looking at the guy in the bus. Damn, I wish I could ride the bus. The guy on walking on the sidewalk is looking at the guy on the bike. Damn, I wish I had a bike. The guy in the wheelchair is looking at the guy walking on the sidewalk. Damn, I wish I had legs. The guy in the hospital bed is looking at the guy in the wheelchair. Damn, I wish I could go look outside, but I'm stuck in this bed, right? Be grateful for what you got because you're gonna die one day and everything you have will be taken away from you. And if you don't die first, everyone you love is gonna die before you. And everything you truly care about will be taken away from you. Be grateful. And last but not least on this one, affirmations. This goes back to the self-love and positive self-talk, right? This may be a placebo, honestly. Everything with affirmations, I've learned to be kind of speaking into fruition, placebo effect. Every morning, and personally, this is for me, every morning in my journal, I write 3, 6, and 9 times. 369, Nikola Tesla, numbers, all that good shit, manifestation, woo, woo, woo. But I write it every morning in my journal. I am a multi-millionaire. I am a multi-millionaire. I am a multi-millionaire. I am a multi-millionaire. I have no idea how the fuck I'm going to make this happen. I have no idea, right? But I believe in my heart and in my body, in my soul, that I am worthy of being a multimillionaire, and I am willing to work to become a multimillionaire. How? I don't know, but I'm gonna make it happen some way, shape, or form, right? Now, affirmations can go something as simple as to help you build your confidence and simply stating things that you have. I can walk. I have 2 legs. I have people that love me. I have a roof over my head. I am a hardworking person. I am funny. I am good looking. Those affirmations, if you have no confidence at all, that would be a good place to start, okay? Even if you don't have those and you don't believe them, write them down until you do. Sooner or later, you will. Sooner or later, you will find a way to work for those things until you do, okay? Next topic. Next one, 13. Having a belief and a relationship with God, a higher power, or the universe, whatever you want to call it. Again, you were brought here on this earth and this plane of existence with extremely small chances of that happening. The fact that you are you with your mind, body, and soul is astronomically low chances, okay? It is a miracle that you're here. It's a miracle that you're alive. And it's a miracle that you are able to breathe and speak and see and have your senses and to be able to experience the ups and downs in life, okay? Learn to develop a relationship with your higher power of your understanding, okay? And the thing about that is you're never going to understand it. I'll never understand it. No one will understand it. And I'm not saying go to church. I'm not saying become a fucking Jesus freak. I'm not saying become a fucking Muslim. I'm not saying any organized religion. That's not what I'm saying. If that's the way you want to go, cool. Good for you. I'm not out here knocking any of that. Whatever brings you closer to God, more power to you. You know what I mean? And I'm happy for you. But you need to find a way to develop a relationship with God for you that works for you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go too deep into that because a lot of people have a lot of shit to say. And at the end of the day, I don't care. Find a relationship with God. That's super important because a lot of people look over that and a lot of people don't. Even me, I used to not appreciate that until one day I almost died and I was dead for multiple minutes. And the place I was and the things I saw and the things I felt, I was going to hell for sure. And it was not fun. Anyway, I'm here to make this video and hopefully help you, okay? So find God. And last but not least, 14. Be really, really good at a lot of shit. Be good at a lot of shit. Doesn't matter what it is. It really doesn't. It can be useless skills and it could be useful skills. It can be high income skills and it could be something as dumb as origami, right? Learn to get good at a lot of shit. And this is something that I am going to, well, all of this, but this one in particular, I am bent on teaching my son this, right? When I was little, I played football. I skateboarded. I did graffiti and learned to draw. Not graffiti, but I learned to draw, right? I learned to be funny and charismatic, and I learned how to cook, and I learned how to do dishes and do laundry, and even from home economics to certain skills to learning how to fight to being able to all the degenerate shit like rolling blunts and stealing and fucking all that kind of shit, right? Down to the positives when it comes to income skills, sales, marketing, media creation, writing music, learning to play music, from math to geography to fucking the arts, whatever it is, whatever you're interested in, learn to get good at it, right? Even if you're not interested, learn to get good at it. No matter what you're learning to get good at, they develop and curate skills that can transfer into other other facets of your life, no matter what it is. A good starting point that translates into multiple areas, sports. If you're young, if you are a young man, if you are a boy, whatever, get into some sort of sport. Football, basketball, baseball, fucking boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, some sort of physical activity that requires some sort of team. You will learn teamwork, communication, perseverance, how to lose, how to win. There are so many things, leadership qualities. I could go on. There are so many things that sports will teach you, so many qualities about your character that sports will teach you. And if you're lacking in those areas, you can develop those, right? That's definitely a good place to start. But at the end of the day, learn to get good at a lot of shit, especially if you grow up into being a man. You are going to have people in your life that depend on you. You are going to have people in your life that need your help in multiple areas, okay? Learn to get good at a lot of stuff, from cars to music to cooking to computers to fitness to there's anything you could fucking think of. Learn to get good at it. How do you get good at it? invest time into it. For me, what I did, and I didn't really mean to, it just kind of happened this way. I went through phases, right? When I wanted to skate, I did nothing but skate, like skateboard, right? When I wanted to do music, I did nothing but do music, right? When I wanted to play basketball, I did nothing but play basketball. When I wanted to play football, I did nothing but play football. And I've sacrificed and curated my life around that, whatever that was, right? And then once you get good at it, it doesn't take long to get somewhat decent at something. You know what I mean? Like if you really put your time and effort into it, you can really get good at something pretty quick. But you have to be willing to invest the time and the energy to be able to get good at it, right? To be able to ask for help, to be able to put yourself around people who are already good at it and be able to fail. That's the thing. Failure and learning and bumping your head and running into a wall and be able to get back up and do it again, right? No one fucking tray flips their first time. You know what I mean? No one spits out. Eminem didn't spit out Rap God back in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what way you spin it, you're going to suck at first. And then if you invest the time and the energy, you can get good pretty quick. 10,000 hours goes by pretty fast if you got your head down and you're working. You feel me? So get good at a lot of shit. They say, well, you already know what I'm about to say. Fucking jack of all trades, master of none, right? But the jack of all trades is oftentimes better than the master of one. That's the real quote. That's what they don't want to teach you. That's what they don't want to tell you, right? And I'm a good example of this. I'm not the best at anything, right? But I can compete with the best in a lot of areas in life. Because I have that. I have that tenacity and that hard work and that work ethic, that hard work ethic to be able to invest the time and the energy and the concentration to be able to start off shitty and to get good at something and to be able to compete with the best at whatever that, at whatever that area of expertise is, right? Don't be an expert at one thing. Be highly good. Be highly fucking competent in multiple areas. Now, if you can be an expert in multiple areas, great, cool. But I promise you, being really good at a lot of shit is better than being an expert at one thing. Perfect example, these fucking bodybuilding niggas, bro. Like, you'll be in the gym and they'll be huge, right? Physique, fucking crazy, right? But that's all they're good at. That's all they know how to do. And they spend their entire lives in the gym and their personality is nothing but the gym. Right? Same with fucking church freaks, right? Their personality's nothing but Jesus. They're assholes in every other realm of life. Fucking dickheads. You know what I'm saying? No one wants that. I promise you, no girl wants that. Your girl wants a man who is good at a lot of shit. You don't have to be the best at everything, but if you're better than most at a lot of shit, that's better than you being better than everybody at one thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna run these down from the top, bro, and give you a little recap. But at the end of the day, if you can take these things and apply them into your life, you don't have to apply them all in one go. For personally, I'm making the fucking video and I have trouble with these sometimes too, right? No one's perfect. But if you apply these in your life, one day at a time, I promise you, you will develop an authentic confidence and you will be able to look at yourself in the mirror and not give a fuck what goes on the outside world, okay? Because you will be confident within yourself and you will be capable as a man, okay? Here we go. 1, build your health, your physique, your appearance. 2, quit the drugs and alcohol. No drugs, no alcohol. 3, no porn, no fap, no jork, no random sex with random whores. 4, self-love. 5, positive self-talk. 6, own your emotions and express them 7, eye contact, head up, posture. 8, say what you mean what you say. 9, breathe deep, speak slow, speak less. 10, detachment, detachment, detachment. 11, get money legally and righteously. Stay out the streets. 12, journal, gratitude, affirmations. Talk to yourself nicely. Write it down. 13, develop a relationship with your God, with your higher power, with your universe, to your understanding. Last but not least, get really good at a lot of shit. Jack of all trades, master of none, is often better than the master of one. Okay? And you have officially learned how to develop an authentic confidence. Okay? Take these things, apply them into your life, and I wish you the best. And I hope that you don't have to feel the way I felt when I had no confidence. You know? All right? Again, you're now tuned in to Pay the Fee with your boy, Marquis Phenex. We're flying out. Love y'all. Peace.